Hey, welcome back everybody to Tales of Eternia. We are continuing where we left off in our last episode. We're here in the destroyed town of Ruishka, looking for Meridy's mentor. And yeah, this place is totally wrecked. We don't know, at this point in the story, what happened here, but something terrible happened here. But I want to welcome everybody back to the series. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining me, and I really hope that you love this game as much as I do. Kind of find it interesting there that Meridy is unable to read the Melniks written there. I guess there are ancient versions of Melnik's language as well. And man, I swear that cat looks like a Wonder Chef. But he refuses to transform for me. Yeah, once again, it's really cool that, this game has its own, made-up language, the Melnik's language. When you're walking around, you can read signs and stuff, especially here in Celestia, that are all written in Melnik's. I guess you can rest here for free. Probably didn't need to, but... So we're looking for the elderly gentleman who apparently lives in this old, dilapidated, destroyed house. And there are going to be a lot of scenes here, some that I'll cut short. Rid is wondering what this strange device is here. Meridy wants to leave this room as quick as possible. But Keel is interested in the device. So Meridy is acting a little suspicious here. She just wants to get away from this machine. So that's a good point. Something with that machine. And down here in the basement, here is Garenos, with his head stuck into that machine. The Erara Denwa. It's kind of funny, Meridy switches to Melniks there. It's a good example of, expressions that don't exist in other languages. Like, there are certain Japanese words and expressions that there's just no way to translate. People can't believe that, but there are expressions that have no English equivalent. And they're kind of showing that here. Occasionally Meridy is using Melniks only because there's no Japanese equivalent. And so our heroes, the translation earring that they're wearing doesn't work because there's no Japanese for the Melniks that they're speaking. So I find that really cool. So they're talking about Rid has the Fibriel. So the old man wants to do some experiments on Rid to see his potential. First we're going to have a chat here in his broken down room. Keel asks about the Grand Fall and, some other questions. And then he takes Rid. He seems a little too happy to see Rid as his test bunny, his little test hamster. At least Farah gets it. Rid kind of wants some privacy. Now here's an important scene I left in. The others are going to go rest while Rid gets experimented on. Melody says this room is natsukashi. She knows this room. She's trying to kind of avoid the question about why she knows it. So kind of like a lot of Tales games, each character, has some kind of unique background and interesting, story to each of them. I love Quickie sleeping there all wrapped up. So Farah wants to ask about Melody's parents, mother and father. Where are they? Well, she doesn't have a mother and father, is what she's saying. Farah's parents also died quite long ago, but she still remembers them. Some of the fond memories, the smell of her mother and her father when he gave her a kiss, on the forehead. She remembers feeling his mustache, that sort of thing. So she asks Melody what memories she has. So yeah, kind of an unpleasant scene there. Some sort of bad memory in that glass test chamber thing. She said all of her memories were sad ones. And Farah apologized for asking. You're not cold, are you? I'm fine. Backflash there of Melody and her mother. It's kind of interesting, yeah, like almost all the Tales games, like the main characters either have no parents or something happened to their parents in the past, and so they're all on their own. Like, they don't have any parents. I can think of very few Tales games that the main characters, their parents are still alive or Either that or they just have like an adopted parent or something like that. It's kind of a theme in a lot of Japanese games, it seems. Makes the story of the heroes more, you know, sad. Gives them kind of a vulnerability. Makes them seem more like human instead of, you know, superheroes that save the day. I guess that could be the reason. I don't know why. There must be some psychological reason for having main characters with no parents. But it seems to be a theme all over the place. So once again, I'm using Farah for all the fights. We're gonna go ahead and head to Bariru's castle. He's the guy that I mentioned before. He came here to Celestia and never returned. And apparently he's the one that's initiating the Grand Fall. So we're gonna head to his castle and try to stop him from doing whatever he's doing with the Grand Fall. In order to do that, we have to ride the train again. And Keel doesn't seem to be too thrilled about that. Yeah, poor guy. Keel's like, do you remember how to drive this thing, Rid? It's like, yeah, probably. I guess Rid drove it a little too rough last time. So here we go, and this time we're going to go through the mines, and we even have another train mini-game. You know, in the last episode there was that train sort of package delivery mini-game. Once again we have another train mini-game where a train full of monsters is chasing us, apparently. So tell me this, how do these monsters know how to drive trains? And if one catches up with you, it initiates a battle. Now, if you're playing this game, I actually recommend you do these fights. You know, even if you get into these random fights, no big deal. The enemies aren't too hard, and they're worth quite a bit of experience. So basically, you set the timer on these bombs and try to hit the lead guy that Rid is throwing out. So we're total pyros now. Now if the track separates, then sometimes you can miss them. So like right here, see there's a large distance between the tracks, so you need to be careful of that as well. It gives the minigame a little bit more strategy. But the battles are fun too, and it's kind of cool you get to fight inside the train. Reminds me of Final Fantasy IV with the ghost train. Or is that Final Fantasy VI? Maybe that was 6. I always thought the ghost train was such a cool stage. But yeah, we get to fight inside the train is always fun. And after some time, you get to the end. I did cut out some of that train ride, so if you played this game and you're like, wow, that was really short, it's because I cut some of it out. It's a pretty long train ride and a long mini game there. So we're here at the end of the tracks. And this is going to be our first major dungeon in Celestia, the mines, and of course we're looking for the earth summoned spirit, the earth spirit, which is Gnome. Ikeru, Ikeru. Still haven't seen anybody tell me in the comments what Farah's catchphrase is in the English version, or if they even gave her a catchphrase like Ikeru, Ikeru. I kind of wanted to look at the back room of the train. I like the detail of the car where Keel was taking it easy. As you can see, Farah is really awesome if you use her as a playable character. Another nice thing is that she has a heal, that you can freely use on your characters, and just, keep healing yourself or keep healing Rid as he's on the front lines. But we'll show a couple fights here in the mine, and I'll try to cut some of them out. Can't wait to get Shishisenko. Yeah, at this point in the game, I think when you arrive in Celestia is when the battle system really picks up, gets really intense and epic, just with all the sweet moves that you've got at this point, plus summons and more spells. I love this.
どこが不満なんだ？すっごく美味しいよ。何も分かってないな。パン屋麺は表面の柔らかさと芯の硬さの微妙なバランスが命なんだ。こんなふぬけた食感を潔しとしたら、数百年にわたって連綿と調理法を研究し続けてきた人々に失礼だろうが。ごちそうさま。
Keel was telling them, to watch out for food in this different world because it could be a different diet, and we're in a different world and we don't know how the food will affect us. And the others were complaining, what's wrong with the food? Let's just eat. And so they just sort of ate without him while he was giving a lecture on needing to be careful about eating food in another world. So you can rest here infinitely, and each time you do, you get a new kind of cutscene. There's a bunch of really funny cutscenes in this room. But there's 3 objects you can take from this cabinet here. You can take a scope, which is Japanese for shovel, and you could take some dynamite, or you can take a control key. So take the dynamite first is what I usually do. And unfortunately you have to come back if you want a different item. You can't, apparently you can't carry dynamite, a shovel, and a key all at the same time. But the dynamite is for removing boulders. The scope or shovel is used for removing like piles of debris, like small stones. And then the key is used for our final goal to activate the lift. So if you see like a funny blip or pop in the music or in my movement, it's because I had a fight with some enemies and I just cut it out. It's kind of hard to edit them out really smoothly. There's always some kind of little blip, unfortunately, because the music usually resets, the dungeon music. An R-line shield, which stands for Red Line Shield, because it's a shield with a red line on it. Just thought I would shoot the sorcerer ring there. Always gotta try. Keep forgetting. Sometimes the sorcerer ring triggers stuff. But yeah, it's good to just go through the dungeon here. It's pretty big too, unfortunately. It's a little confusing and pretty large. But blowing up all of the stones that are in the way, and then you can go back for the shovel and remove all the debris sections. Here's the lift. This is the lift that you need the key for. So it's good to dig your way to it first. So I'm going to go ahead and head back to the resting area, but go the opposite direction. Now we can pick up chests on the way. See, there's a pile of debris. We need the scoop. Pooper, scooper. Something mysterious inside that hole. Can't get in there with dynamite, and I think you need the shovel to sort of stick in there and scrape whatever's in there out. Yeah, what you could do is you just head to that lift and explore, and then on the way back you can explore the kind of other side with the other tunnels and get the treasure chests that you're missing. Just sort of a roundabout. Now we're back here near the beginning. Ooh, an hourglass. That's always a good thing. Oh, yep, just making sure we came full circle. Run back here and grab this chest that I noticed as we went up. Miracle gummy, huh? It's a miracle! I found a gummy! A miracle gummy! And so now we're back here in the main area, which is mostly just a bunch of dead ends. That sign I've always thought was kind of suspicious there, but... Okay, back to the break room. Let's have another fun scene and grab a different item.
インフェリアの味が懐かしいよ。
セレスティアの料理、そんなにまずいか？
まずくねえよ。うまいうまい。腹に入れば何でもうまいぜ。
インフェリアにいた頃は毎日変わらぬ食事に辟易していたものだが、いざ離れてみると何でもない普通の食事が恋しくなるものだな。
お前さ、 単にホームシックなんじゃねえの？
More talk of food. Medity's wondering why the Keel doesn't, trust the food here, and he's using logic, saying whenever you go to a new place, you need to be really careful with the change of diet, blah blah blah. And then Rid is like saying, Keel, you just wanted to show off your science knowledge there, right? I went ahead and picked up the key.
それはセレスティアの民謡か？
リロラ
ほう。なんだ、気持ち悪い目で見るな。
キールも丸くなったな。今までだったら絶対怒鳴ってるぜ。食事中に歌うなとか。
メルディの歌のうますぎるせいだな。
断じて違う。うぬぼれんな。
I was like to listen to Medity singing there. So I grabbed the key there just to turn on the elevator, and I went all the way back and I just switched on the elevator off camera, and then I went and I also got the shovel to show you all how that works. It's kind of funny that everybody leaves and Rid has to shovel the whole thing by himself. And then while they rest and recharge energy, Rid will shovel all that debris out of the way, and then it'll put you back at the spot where the debris was. So that's how the shovel works. And after you've inserted the key in the lift, it'll permanently be working, so you can freely go down to the next level whenever you want. It's a fake! Now, one of the things you can do here, I know a lot of like playthroughs and walkthroughs say to avoid this like the plague, but this is a mimic, or fake treasure chest, and these guys are really tough, but this is a good place to level up your characters. You can fight these treasure chests infinitely, and they give a lot of experience. And of course the resting area, which you've seen several times already, is nearby, so you can go there and you can get infinite recharge of your health and your TP, your HP and your TP for free. So this is called a fake. I think they called it a mimic in the English version. I mean, it is a mimic, but in the Japanese version of Eternia, these are called fakes. It's in a fake treasure chest. And as you saw when you scan it, it has resistance to everything. So most of your attacks only do 1 HP, or one point of damage. But as far, I just keep healing everybody, and just keep the fake occupied, while your casters and stuff just sort of keep it stunned. And it's pretty easy, actually. There you go. And it's worth, 1,100 experience, so it's worth a ton of experience points. It's a really, really good leveling up spot, because you could just click the switch here, another chest comes, open it, it's another fake, do it again, rinse and repeat, and you've got infinite, recharge of your life if you need to. So this is a good level up spot, in my opinion. The fakes give you a lot of experience points, and the fake, as you can see, is poisoned at the start of the fight. It's poisoned permanently, and the poison does a lot of damage to it. Here we go again, another 1,100 experience. So basically the whole point of the fight is just to, survive until the poison kills the fake. And, you can pretty much just keep it occupied, keep it distracted so it can't do any powerful attacks on your characters. And you can do some infinite leveling up here. It's a good spot for leveling up. And the fake is not as dangerous as people say. You need to be careful. Keep it stunned, keep it occupied. A nice little talk with Melody and Keel. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. In the next one, we'll go down to the second level in this dungeon. So thanks for watching, everybody. In the next episode, we'll be meeting Gnome. So we'll see you then. じゃあ皆さん、またね。